104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Let's party.
It is Friday, July 26th of 2024. Look at us.
Why the hell's everyone talking at the same time, like synchronized talking?
Synchronized swimming is going to be happening soon now that the
That
Olympics
is
are
so
kicking off.
impressive.
Synchronized Sebastian Maniscalco there.
Friday. Why do they answer the door? Yes, the Olympics kick off in 6.5 hours. 6.5 hours. And with technology the way we have it now, you can watch it live on streaming whenever you want. You don't have to wait till NBC packages it all up together and shows you the opening ceremony tonight, although that is more time efficient.
But can't you wait next week on the Today Show? We'll be able to see Al Roker do breakdancing moves.
Oh, God.
No.
Ugh.
But shout out to the USA women's soccer team because I know the Olympics start, but they had a game yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
understand.
always like the day before the opening ceremony, they already have events happening. So USA women's beat Zambia 3-0.
It was such a
Can
good
anyone
game.
that's big soccer fans, like Sam, maybe you can answer this before we do Rose's part two.
Doubtful.
Why are our women soccer teams so dominant? I know we don't always win the World Cup, but they just kill it every year in the Olympics and in the World Cup.
Because we're
our
boss
our
bees.
men
Our USA men's team, not so much.
are not that good compared to the other teams. Is it because why?
Because we're
don't
good. We just dominate. It's in our
That's
blood.
not a good reason. Well, then what? It's in the men's blood.
No, it's not. They're just there for tattoos and a flop on the floor.
No, but I know
Or
what
an
Eric is
endorsement that
saying.
pays them more than the girl's
Yes,
salary.
yes. Where the girls
why
have to
aren't we-
fight really
Is it
hard.
because our really good players go to other countries?
Oh, I'm sure. I think that is the
Like
actual
there's a lot of
reason.
guys that probably play Premier League or.
Did you watch that?
And also, soccer is not dominant. Sorry, Ryan. Soccer is not very dominant here in the U.S., where it is in every other
But then
country.
why do women here dominate?
I don't think
That's
there's as
like-
many.
It's just
I think that maybe are there not as many girls that will transfer over to different countries. When my brother was in high school, he had a fantastic soccer coach, fantastic.
Yeah.
And two of the guys from his high school team went overseas for their college years and played in like
the
Italy
girls
and the
didn't have that back
Netherlands for
then.
their soccer
like growing
teams.
up, it wasn't common for girls to
played?
like go or like switch schools to go to play for a better school, and like even in high school, but you would just kind of stay.
From the big screen to the big house.
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Arandas. Coming up in the next hour, Celebrity Scoop, you'll hear some of our conversation with Jeremy Pena yesterday as he is a spokesperson for Taqueria Arandas. And we had some fun with him when it comes to the Olympics. In the 7 o'clock hour, we're going to do, if blank was an Olympic sport, what would your mate win the gold medal in? We asked him what would he win the gold medal in, but not sports. Can't be a sport.
One of our sales team members, Patty, she had a baseball she caught from Pena when he hit a home run.
Oh, she caught
in
a
right
homer.
field last year against the Rockies, and she brought it.
Oh, and he signed it?
That
She gave it
is
to me to give to him to
awesome.
sign
Yeah.
it. So he's like, "What? Oh yeah, cool." He
Nice.
signed it for her.
That's
awesome.
really cool, having a signed home run ball.
Yeah, you caught it, so you got that great memory.
And then he signed it, which is great.
And you got to meet him.
Also at 4 o'clock today here on KRBE, we're kicking off Kids Weekend. This is for you if you have children that you need to entertain for the rest of the summer, or if you're a kid at heart. Starting today through Sunday, we're going to be giving away 4 passes to Andretti Indoor Karting and Games, including game cards, laser tag experience, whole gate experience, along with 4 tickets to Typhoon Texas Water Park and 4 passes to Dig World in Katy.
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
Where kids and adults get to operate real construction equipment. So that's going to kick off today in the 4 o'clock hour. Kids Weekend on KRBE, whether it's your own kids or you're a kid at heart. I went to the movies the other day to try and I was with all my kids and we wanted to see Twisters 4D. It was sold out and they stopped playing it now. You can't see Twisters 4D because they changed it to Deadpool, which I think is such a fail because they could have still made money on Twisters 4D. But anyway, when I
they're
was
smart,
there,
they'll bring it back.
hopefully, but will we care by then? When I was there, I saw a lot of the running billboards, the digital boards for the Josh Hartnett movie about the serial killer at the theater. I mean, at the concert.
Trap.
Trap. Yeah.
Is it
So
trap?
we already had a serial. He wasn't a serial killer. He was the killer.
He is the killer. Josh is the killer. He's there with his daughter at a concert, and he overhears, you see this in the trailer, by the way, that it's all a big sting operation to get this serial killer. So he knows the cops are looking for him, and he's trapped inside this concert venue.
So Matt Damon and Josh Hartnett have worked together in the past. Matt Damon has played many, many roles. He's had to lose a lot of weight. He's had to gain weight. And Matt Damon told Josh Hartnett, do not gain weight for any role when you're over 40. You are going to spend the rest of your life trying to get that fatty off, and it's never going to come off.
That's hard to do. The older you get, the slower your
He should
metabolism.
have told me earlier, because by then I had already gained 30 pounds for a role, he said. But that is funny that Matt Damon's putting that out there, because you always hear about these actors who you have to get into a character. And like, look at Tom Hanks in the movie
The Castaway.
Castaway.
He had
He
to go
was so
really
skinny.
thin, and then he had to get thicker
Christian Bale.
again.
Remember he
Christian Bale for
lost
what was
weight?
that one?
The Machinist.
Yes,
and then he
The
gained weight
Machinist.
for the Vice.
Yeah,
He
for
played
being-
Dick Cheney in Vice.
Crazy, right? So that
He can't do that now.
Can't do that now.
He's 50.
The
Well,
Olympics-
He could, but I'm just saying
It'd be really hard.
I
to
know.
lose it.
Olympics are kicking off in 6 hours. Real time, 6 hours. The Olympics are kicking off. Over 10,000 athletes from 206 different nations and territories are going to compete in the games this year. And there are 329 events across 32 sports. 4 sports are new. We've been talking about breaking. We have surfing this year. Sport climbing. Which I got to look that one up.
I don't know what sport climbing
for
is.
sport. You're
Maybe
climbing.
Like wall climbing?
Yeah,
Or
maybe like
rock climbing, whatever.
Yeah. Skateboarding is another one. And since the first modern games in Athens in 1896, 10 sports have been dropped by the Olympics. One of them was motorboating.
Oh, yeah, I'm good at that one.
They found that that's, canceled now.
That sucks.
don't do that. You're so believable. I
How's that
hate
even a
you.
sport?
I don't know how it
I
is
was
like a
like-
man would do that to a woman's bosom
No, I was
and win a
like,
gold
maybe
medal.
it meant something else, and we just took it sexually.
Actual
Probably.
motorboats.
As motorboats. Tug
Yeah,
of
real
war
boats.
was an Olympic sport.
I hate you.
Lacrosse, polo, and croquet used to be Olympic
Wait,
sports. They dropped
lacrosse,
those.
lacrosse would be a good one.
Yeah, I
they-
don't know why they dropped it.
That's interesting.
They had croquet as an Olympic sport.
Well, yeah, think of the times.
I never understood that game. I just like to hit the ball around.
1900s.
I had a croquet set when I was a little kid. I won it in some contest, and I never knew how to play it.
It's like, I love that and jarts.
Lawn darts.
Yeah, man, they're so
Why is it
good.
called jarts?
I don't know why it's
What?
called jarts.
Jarts? With a J?
That's what we
giant
called it.
dart that you threw in your
You
backyard.
had like a hula hoop, like a mini hula hoop at each side, and you try and get your jart, or your lawn dart, into that
yeah.
whole
I don't
circle.
think it's called larts, not jarts.
I don't know why they call it
darts.
jarts.
Not to
Right.
be
When I was a kid.
confused with jorts.
The problem is it was metal, and what
G-torch.
we would do as idiots is we would all stand in the middle. Thank God we didn't have our phones here.
Oh,
We'd throw it straight up in the air.
Yeah.
And see who
And
gets,
then see who
see
gets
who
impaled.
impaled?
See if it came down and pierced
See
somebody.
who gets impaled?
Yeah, start running.
That is so crazy. How many of y'all got injured?
You get like in the leg or something.
right.
Oh my gosh,
It's
Eric.
like
You guys
horseshoes.
are nuts.
Yeah.
My dad used to do that with his buddies when they were drinking
My dad
horseshoes,
loved
and you would have to
horseshoes.
just stand there. Like you couldn't
What?
move even if it was coming near you.
It's
Horseshoes
like if you
are-
could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
exactly. But you couldn't move, so you
Oh my
couldn't dodge
God.
I don't
it.
know anybody that does horseshoes in this city.
I know.
Yeah.
Is that
Isn't
an Olympic
It's all,
that
sport?
weird?
it's all cornhole.
Why is horseshoes not a big thing here in Texas?
George Bush, I know, loved it. The OG.
HW?
Yeah,
Horseshoes?
yeah, he was
Yeah.
a big horseshoe lover.
Well, that's probably like his wheelhouse when he was in his youth, thinking when he was
My
born.
dad did it. Yeah, back in the
Cornhole's
50s maybe.
safer.
74% of Americans are preferring to watch the Olympics live if possible. It is 5 hours ahead of us here. No, wait. 7 hours ahead of us because it's 6 hours ahead of New York. So that's 7 hours ahead for us.
So by the time you wake
in
up,
Houston.
like Saturday morning, Sunday morning, you'll be able to watch lots of fun stuff.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And no matter what, nobody is going to beat Team USA when it comes to the all-time medal count. Between the summer and the winter games, America has won an overall 2,975 medals, which means if we win 25 this Olympic Games, that puts us at 3,000. Who's in second place? Soviet Union, but by like not even they're not even close. It's so much smaller. We have almost 3,000 medals.
Wow.
They're in second place with 1,400.
Just
Oh, wow.
Olympics overall or
Holy
summer?
crap.
No, summer and winter games total. USA gold. I mean, all medals: gold, silver, bronze. And we've talked to Olympians here in the studio before. We've seen medals in real life, and it is just really so surreal to see that.
I feel like we own track and field. Like, I never really see the Russians doing that well on that one.
And that goes back like 90 years.
I
We've
feel
been
like
doing
Usain
that.
Bolt owns track and field.
No, but we've always been
that's
amazing
That's just
in
one race.
Yeah.
track
The
and
women,
field.
the women.
Right, that's
stuff.
true.
I think one of the coolest
Carl Lewis of the world.
Right.
One of the coolest experiences I ever had was the history books always look at Jesse Owens in 1936 when Nazi Germany was hosting the Olympics. And here it is, a black man who won the Olympics and shut down their Aryan crap. And it was amazing. And
In front of him.
In front of him. And I actually got to go to that state. That stadium still exists. And they have Jesse Owens Boulevard.
Think about people like, how did the Astros do it? Going back after the cheating scandal and people booing him. That's nothing. Jesse went in front of Hitler.
Yeah.
And his cronies.
And won.
And kicked their ass.
And kicked their butts, yeah.
We found out from our texters who are super smart at 37530 what jarts is. Why is it called jarts? It's javelin darts.
That's why.
Javelin darts.
But you don't throw it
Long
like
darts.
a javelin.
I don't know.
Javelin,
You're supposed
a
to.
javelin, you're throwing it like with your hand.
Yeah, but it's like a
above your
javelin 'cause it's
shoulder.
metal and you throw it. And a dart, you throw it. You don't throw like a dart either.
That's true.
You mostly do it underhand.
You know what's interesting? It has a stat here about the demographic of who watches the Olympics. And it says you are in good company and you can feel rich even if you're not, because most people who are wealthy and educated watch the Olympics. So if
Really?
you like the Olympics, you can feel like, you could peacock. Be like,
I'm
look how smart I am.
sophisticated.
Do you guys like the summer or winter better?
Summer.
I like summer. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm partial to summer because I've
Yeah.
just always
'Cause
loved
I never
gymnastics
skied.
is in summer. I was raised on gymnastics at the summertime to
Swimming.
know all that. Swimming.
The diving.
I went to the Summer Olympics one time. I feel like that's like a bucket list thing, like things to do. Like people say, "Oh, I want to go to a World Series, a Super Bowl, a Stanley Cup, whatever."
Hey, you've done. You did a World Series, Super Bowl, and
And
Olympics.
NBA Finals and the Olympics. I've never done a Stanley Cup because I just wasn't into hockey and we didn't have it. In the 3 years I was in Philly, the
They
Flyers
sucked
didn't
then.
go
Then they
anywhere.
got good a few years
Right.
later.
I've been to hockey games, but I have
Right,
not been
wasn't
to
like the-
Stanley Cup games. And I don't really care. It's fine. I don't have to check that box.
You should go to
but
it. You'll
but
love it.
Olympics is amazing. And the tickets, if it's really interesting how many people, I don't know if it's like an algorithm because the Olympics are happening, but on different Instagram reels and stuff, be like, I'm going to the Olympics. I'm like, man, look at you, la-di-da. We find out it's like $5,000 to go to the Olympics. The tickets, though, range between $24 to $980 to get actual tickets. Opening ceremony tickets went for as much as $2,700, and they're expected to sell a total of 10 million tickets.
Is Atlanta?
Wow.
Is Atlanta the last time we had it? Back in 96?
96? No, didn't we have it after that?
I know we had
Once?
winter. We had Utah.
Yeah.
Remember Kiss performed.
But for summer, I think
I don't remember.
Atlanta was the last summer one. But yeah, winter was Utah.
So back in the day when I moved here, they kept talking about how Houston's going to try for it. I'm like, yeah, right. It's too hot here.
They did try for it.
Well,
but
we're going to host it in
everyone's gonna melt.
2028 in LA.
Okay, so that's when it comes
2028
back
is
around.
be the next
Coming
time.
back.
That's when we'll be hosting it in 2028 in Los Angeles.
Go Team USA. Go Team USA. All right, now we're going to do Open Phone Friday, 833, good God. 833-390-KRBE. We have a new area code. I have to consistently remind myself, even though it's
it's almost
right
like
here
you
in
should
front of me.
put a sign in front of you. Oh,
It's
wait.
right there.
Oh, wait, there is.
Maybe you should put it up higher.
You know what? Here's what muscle memory is. When I used to answer the phones here as my first job, it was just a 6-hour block of me saying, hi, KRBE. Hi, KRBE. And I also worked part-time at Christie's, my family restaurant, and I would wait tables there, but I'd answer the phone there too. And at Christie's, I would answer, hi, KRBE. I mean, hi, good evening, Christie's on, hello? I just was totally screw up the thing, because there's like a thing you have to say when you answer the phone at a restaurant. It's not just like, hi, Christie's. You say, good afternoon. Thank you for calling Christie's Seafood and Steaks. How may I help you?
They're like, I just want
But
to hear
instead I was like, hi,
Clifton Soul.
KRBE.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong place. Sorry.
And then even when I went to Philly, I would answer the phone. If I answered the phone there, I go, hi, KRBE. I said that in Philly when I would answer during my shift off the air. I was like, oh, God, wrong radio station. It's just in your head. We've been doing this for so long, but it's 833-390-KRBE. Open phones next on the Roula and Ryan Show. Okay, listen, we were going to do Open Phone Friday, and as you are waking up and getting ready through this rainy Friday, 833-390-KRBE, I want to share this story with you guys we talked about off the air.
It's the only chance to really
Because-
talk about it here.
Yes,
so.
I cannot believe something so ridiculous sounding went all the way to the Supreme Court, and this is what time was wasted on. But when you dive deeper, it makes sense. But the headline is Supreme Court ruling: boneless wings can have bones. And you're thinking, what? Supreme Court, it went that high? Yes. A few years ago, a man in Ohio ordered boneless wings at a restaurant. Well, don't call them boneless wings. Call them chicken nuggets.
They're
That's
tenders.
what they are. Anyway, one of them had a bone, and the man choked on that bone. He got an infection from choking on the bone and had to have 2 surgeries.
Wow.
He then ended up suing the restaurant owners, the chicken suppliers, the processors, and the case made it all the way to the Ohio Supreme Court. And it was a divided 4-3 decision. The conservative-leaning court ruled that boneless chicken can have bones.
Yeah.
The majority said boneless chicken wings is a, quote, cooking style, not a guarantee. Just as a person eating chicken fingers would know that you are not actually being served fingers.
That's a load of
I
crap.
don't get
These
that.
guys, they just protect
Can you believe
big
this?
business. They don't give
Listen,
a crap about people that
It
suffer.
goes deeper than that. Like they really break this down.
I don't
They
understand
say
big business, Ryan. That just doesn't
that's
make
not big
sense.
business.
I mean,
That's not
why?
big
It's stupid.
It's boneless wings. I mean, it means you should be able to think there are no bones in this.
Right, but there was a bone and he choked and he got an infection.
And they're siding with the side against the guy who choked on the bone.
Can't have bones. They say the bones are natural to meat, so consumers should expect them. Be prepared if you encounter them. No one is liable if a boneless wing has bones. The minority argued that the ruling could have more serious consequences, like could somebody allergic to nuts or gluten sue if they were served something dangerous to them? People can die under some of those circumstances, but lactose and gluten and nuts are natural to foods. The majority pushed back on that, saying that's different because it's not something a consumer would customarily expect and be able to guard against. So heads up, boneless wings might have
You
bones.
wouldn't expect there to be a bone in a boneless wing.
Now, hold
either.
on. Let me throw it this way, though. If you ever have had a fillet of fish, well, there is a chance a bone got missed in the filleting of a fish. You know how small those bones are, right? So although you trust the fillet has no bones, in all my years of eating fish fillets,
Yeah, it is
I have
human error.
absolutely encountered a bone. So you got to just be careful. Also, here's a little
You shouldn't expect
a food
that
hack.
'cause it's called boneless.
Yeah,
and
it's
you-
fillet
It's in
fish,
the
but-
name.
You
That's
are
just-
paying for a service. You are paying your hard-earned money. Something has been advertised as not having bones.
Here's the thing. Here's a hot take.
What?
Like I love like Raising Cane's. I like the chicken fingers there. But if I go on a date to a wing place and you order boneless wings, I just like ugh.
That's just chicken nuggets.
I just like.
It's nice because then you can cut them up and
I know
eat them
people
with
say,
a
"Well,
fork.
you get more chicken on it, Eric." I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you're getting wings. You eat it
I'm
Why
not-
can't they
like
call
a
them strips?
carnivore.
Why do you have to call them
Well,
boneless
you don't like
wings?
the bones.
I want the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, why don't
Like
they
if I
call
went
them
on a date
strips?
with you and you did that, I'd be like, check, please.
I use a fork and like peel the chicken off
Yeah.
the bone.
Because there are
That's
people
half
who
the fun.
cannot
Just get in
eat
there and
animal
Yeah.
bones. Like
Gnarling.
one of our colleagues cannot handle meat from a bone. Like she will not eat meat off a bone. Ribs,
I got- where do they think
drumsticks
these-
for
Do
chicken.
you think these meat was? It was on a bone.
Where
Right,
do you
but they
think
don't want
it
to see.
came
You don't want to
from?
see it.
They
I
don't
don't
wanna
want to see that.
They don't want to visualize that
No.
an animal died for them to have this snack.
Right.
Drumettes.
It's just so delicious.
Drum what?
What are they
The
called?
drumettes.
Drumettes.
It's you know how on when you order
get
some wings,
wings?
you'll either
Yeah.
get the drumettes or the actual little skinny or flat part.
Yeah, the flats.
Wing. Right?
Right?
Flats.
Flats.
Because they're all
Flats
part of
or
the
drums,
wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, flats or
Drumettes.
drums. So like I didn't know this until I met my husband. Every time he goes to order wings, he orders all drums.
That's what I do.
Those are the
he just wants
best.
all drums.
Yeah, you
'cause
get
you
more
the most
meat.
meat.
'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes they get too crusty, the drums, like too much,
Too much breading?
and it's hard. Like you think it looks like a lot of meat on in there, but it's not.
Oh yeah. So some
I think you get more meat on the drumettes than you do the
You
wings.
think because you look at
And
it.
the wings,
Right.
it's basically they take a wing, a chicken wing, and they break it in half and they make multiple pieces out of it.
I don't know why though. I just feel like
It's just
if for
too-
kids, it's okay when you're at a wing
Well,
place.
and actually, here's to your point, Eric, about dates. You said you go on a date.
Like a
If
Thomas-
you go on a date with someone who is an adult, you are adults, and the person says, "I'd like chicken nuggets," you'd be like side eyeing, like, "What? Are you 12?" But if they said, "I'll take an order of chicken strips," sounds more adult. You know, I'll take the
what if
nuggets.
they say nuggies? I'll take some
I want the nuggies.
Can I get some nuggies with ketchup, please?
I'll be like, I'm out.
And you know, I know
My-
Wendy's has come up on this show a couple times. Eric is the French fry connoisseur, and I think we've ruled that Wendy's does have the hottest fries around in the drive-thrus.
They're pretty fresh. I'll give them that.
It is very fresh.
I was
and
mad
I've
when they
had-
changed the recipe about 3 years ago, but
I still enjoy them.
they're good.
I've had more Wendy's in the last 6 months than I probably had in the last 10 years, but they're promoting saucy nugs, which are basically chicken nuggets that they've thrown sauce on in a container and they give it to you. But I don't give it
Yeah,
a thumbs up.
I'll give
It's
Wendy's
too saucy.
They do
It's
a lot
too
of stuff.
saucy.
It's messy.
They do a pretzel bun too sometimes.
That's why you
Ooh,
use a
that's
fork
good.
and then you
Well, if you're in the car, we were road tripping, and it makes a giant mess.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't do
You know, I was
messy
like, this is a
things.
giant mess. We're not going to order these again unless we're going home to
They're
eat
also a
them.
little
we've
bit
known-
more expensive.
How long have
too.
we known Sam now? 4 years?
7, 12,
We
15.
just found out that you don't like chicken wings.
It's just, it's.
Well, remember, Sam, you actually announced on this show that you were over chicken at some point because you'd
Yes,
overmade it.
I
I thought it was just
overmade
made your chicken you made at home, I thought.
Well, it's chicken at home. Like if you maybe cooked it for me and I didn't see the process and I couldn't smell it in advance, I could maybe eat it.
Chicken Parmigiana?
But you will not make chicken in your house anymore.
Mark has
of
to
any
make
kind.
it. Mark has to make it.
But you'll eat it if he makes it.
Depending on how it looks and taste. Like I'll look at it and I can tell if I'm going to like it or not.
It
If
can
you and
be
I go
a
to lunch
process
today-
too because you've got to pull all the tendons out.
Oh, right.
Hey, hold on. If you and I go to lunch today in
Yes.
a restaurant,
Yes.
and we both order chicken sandwiches, that's totally fine for you.
I probably wouldn't order chicken sandwich. I'd find something else.
What's that one at Carrabba's? The Chicken Brine, Texas? Or what's
Oh,
it
that's
called?
so good.
Stuffed
With the
cheese
goat
in there.
cheese on
It's
it?
got the cheese and then
It has to be a,
that
like
buttery
it has
stuff.
to be a special type of. I don't know. It's
So
not
you
even
don't
like a
even-
type of chicken.
So when
it's
do you
just
eat
like-
chicken then? Because you wouldn't even order it in a restaurant anymore, you're saying, basically.
Right? No, I don't eat chicken really
What
that
do you
much.
eat then?
A lot of seafood.
Yeah. Or is it?
Oh, yeah.
You
We were
brat.
talking about an imitation.
The show to tell you what's going
It has to be a special chicken.
All right, we're under a flood watch through 4
Chicken of the
p.m. today. Now, if you want to watch the Astros-Dodgers series opener, this is weird. It's only going to be on Apple TV Plus as part of the
Oh, they've done this
MLB's
before.
Let's say Friday?
weekly package. Yeah.
Every Friday, Apple
Yeah,
has a game.
yeah.
It
So
has
it's
two
going to be
games.
on Apple TV
That one
Plus.
kills me
Nope.
without an apple.
The only thing that sucks about that is you can't, like, channel surf.
At all.
No.
You and channel surfing.
I hate watching. I mean, you can only watch so many commercials, especially during sports. They do the same commercials if you watch a lot of sports.
Yeah, just go on your phone. Look on TikTok during commercials, and then don't come back. You'll be okay, Eric. I promise.
Astros
You'll make
play
it
tonight,
through.
But I want to watch
7:10.
other, like,
You will
what
be
about
okay.
other games? I want to go MLB or watch the Rangers hopefully lose.
Well, then pay for cable and all those services.
I do.
And then give me
and
a
I pay for
password.
Apple. And I pay for
and
Apple.
he's paying
Speaking
for
of
yours,
Astros.
too.
Speaking of Astros, in the 7 o'clock hour, we'll have our shortstop, Jeremy Pena, on the show. We're doing a topic about the Olympics and more of our conversation with Jeremy Pena yesterday. Also on Wednesday at the Astros game, y'all, it's Friends Night. It's
Oh
Friends
my gosh,
themed.
how cute.
Oh, that'd be fun if everyone
So
has the Rachel's.
all over the ballpark, it's like friend interactions, and they're having a special Friends bobblehead, and they have like a VIP experience. It's already sold out, where they have the Central Perk couch. You take a picture of the
that's
Central
cool.
Perk couch and all this stuff. I saw this last night because I follow Astros on my Instagram.
Too bad they couldn't bring somebody from the show on. Like Gunther passed away.
Oh, yeah.
But like, because you're never going to get the A list, but
Well, so did Chandler.
one of the B team you could probably.
No, what he did?
What?
Shocker! What?
All
No
right.
one told
Friday.
us that.
So Southwest Airlines is going to be like every other airline now and have assigned seats after more than 50 years of having the open seating model. The company found in its research that 80% of their current customers and 86% of possible customers prefer assigned seating. Southwest also plans to offer premium seating options in a portion of the cabin. The airline is planning to offer extended legroom for 1/3 of the seats across
And they were
the
charging
fleet.
me because my son used to take that, or when he comes here, I buy him tickets for Southwest because it's easier from Midway to Hobby. And they would charge me like an extra $20 to guarantee him like the A, the first people
The A
on.
Yeah.
boarding group.
Because if not, you don't want C or B 50.
You're all middles by that
you're-
point.
Yeah, so they were always nickel and dime. And I'd rather have this, guarantee him a seat, or any of us a seat. I like having a seat. Sam does not like that.
But for 50 years, it was a first come, first served basis.
I don't
now
think it's
gonna
really
be
that
assigned.
big of a deal.
You don't?
No, not at all.
Why?
Just because you're going to either pay the people that really want the seats are going to pay for them. And so they're going to get the good seats anyways.
So, wait, what do you think is not a big deal that they're going to change?
I didn't mind Southwest not having assigned seats.
Okay.
That did not
Like
bother
you got
me
stuck in the
at
middle?
all.
Or you got to be there and you're always wondering where you're going to sit?
That doesn't bother me. I'm not freaking out about that.
And then you get on, you're like, I don't know,
Everybody-
do I want to sit there? Do I want to sit there? It's too
Yep.
fast. It's too
There-
fast.
And God
even
forbid
as
something
though
happens to your
I'm
plane.
indecisive,
Yeah.
it still does not bother me that I didn't have assigned seating.
And
it was fine.
that tells you how much you care about the power of your dollar more than your comfort.
I think all seats suck.
You're like,
So
I'm not
it's
going to spend
gonna-
more money. to
At
be
least you know.
comfortable.
Like there's a website Roula talks about where you type in that plane,
Right.
the seat, and it'll tell you if the seat
I'm not
doesn't work.
doing that.
Seat
I have
guru.
Oh, wow.
baby on my lap. He's already uncomfortable.
Listen,
I'm already uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if my
You're
seat
going to buy him a
is
seat
gonna be
pretty
nice.
soon. He's getting
Oh, yeah,
sick.
for sure you're going to buy him
That
a
kid
seat.
is 2 years old until he's 18.
Are you out of your mind? It's so much easier to have an extra
18-year-old
seat
in your
next to you
lap.
with your kid. By the way, it's Seat Guru, Guru. You put in your flight number. It tells you exactly what kind of plane you're flying of any airline, and you look at the grid, and they're all color-coded, and it'll tell you why this seat isn't good and why this one is, or that one's too close to the lavatory, or this one's too close to the galley, or this one is a fake window. Don't think it's a window. It's a fake window. It's amazing. Seat Guru, Guru. You can download that app. It's epic. All right, coming up next, Special K's got a prank call.
What you got,
Yeah, it has to do with an Airbnb. Somebody stole from the Airbnb. He's still editing. He's still editing, Eric. We'll let him talk about it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.